Budgets tell a story. Show me a nation's budget, and I will tell you its priorities, its fears, and its hopes. They reveal what a nation truly values, expose what it is prepared to confront, and chart the future it seeks to build. The 2026 appropriation bill you are about to present before us is therefore far more than a compilation of figures. It is, for us, a statement of intent, a reflection of priorities, a record of difficult choices, and a roadmap for the next phase of Nigeria's national renewal. Over the past year, our country has navigated a period of significant transition in the midst of very difficult challenges. Families have felt the strain of rising costs, businesses have adjusted to a changing economic environment, young Nigerians have asked hard and legitimate questions about opportunities, fairness, and their place in the nation's future. Insecurity has tested our collective resolve and reminded us that peace is not a gift that we inherit, but a responsibility that we must constantly defend. Yet, history also teaches us something enduring. Nigeria does not retreat in the face of difficulty, Mr. President. We confront difficulties. We confront it with resilience forged in adversity, with faith in our shared destiny, and with an unyielding belief that tomorrow can be better than today. Prosperity is on the way under your renewed hope agenda, Mr. President. Progress still must be translated into prosperity, as you keep saying. Too many Nigerians continue to struggle with the cost of living. Too many young people seek dignified employment. Too many communities remain burdened by insecurity. Whenever we lose anyone to insecurity, a senator, a representative, or anyone of our constituents, we share in the pain of the bereaved families. We are ready to receive the 2026 budget. We share in all the pains you have gone through in the last 1 year, and we also share in the joys and applause of the reform agenda of your administration. Only one concern, Mr. President. As we direct the security agencies to withdraw policemen from critical areas, some of the National Assembly members said I should let you know that they may not be able to go home today because they may be picked up. So on that note, we plead with the President for a review of the decision. May God bless you. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And may God bless our National Assembly.
By March 31st, 2026, all capital liabilities from previous years will be fully funded and closed. From April, Nigeria operates on a single budget, backed by a single revenue cycle. No overlaps, no excuses, no rollovers culture. This budget presents a defining moment in our national journey of reform and transformation. Over the last 2.5 years, my government has methodically confronted long-standing structural weaknesses, stabilized our economy, rebuild confidence, and lay a durable foundation for the construction of a more resilient, inclusive, and dynamic Nigeria. Though necessary, the reforms have not been painless. Families and businesses have faced pressure. Established systems have been disrupted and tested. The budget execution has been tested as well. I acknowledge these difficulties plainly. Yet I'm here today to assure Nigerians that their sacrifices are not in vain. We are already out of that dark tunnel of uncertainty, economic volatility, and lack of inclusiveness. Economy and proud has turned the corner. Though the path of reform is seldom smooth, but it is the surest route to lasting stability and shared prosperity. Today, I present a budget that consolidates our gains, strengthens our resilience, and takes this country from out of the dark tunnel of hopelessness, from the survivor to growth. The 2026 budget is themed budget of consolidation, renewed resilience, and shared prosperity. It reflects our determination to lock in macroeconomic stability, deepen competitiveness, and ensure that growth translates into decent jobs, rising incomes, and a better quality of life across every corner of Nigeria and for every Nigerian. Mr. Chairman, the leadership of the National Assembly, while the global outlook continues to improve, this budget aims to further strengthen our Nigerian economy to benefit all our citizens. I am encouraged that our reform efforts are already yielding measurable results. One, our economy grew by 3.98% in the third quarter of year 2025, up from 3.86% in the third quarter of year 2024, year in, year out. Inflation has moderated for 8 consecutive months, with headline inflation declining to 14.45% in March 2025, with stabilizing food and energy prices, tighter monetary conditions, improving supply responses. We expect the deflationary trend to persist over the year 2026 horizon, barring major supply shocks. Item 3. Oil production has improved, supported by enhanced security, technology development, and sector reforms. 4. Non-oil revenues have expanded significantly through better tax administration. Thank you for passing the tax bill. Investor confidence is returning, reflected in capital inflow, renewed project financing, and strong private sector participation. Our external reserve rose to a 7-year high of about $47 billion as of last month. That provides over 10 months of import cover and a more substantial buffer against shocks. These outcomes are not accidental or luck. They are the consequence of our difficult policy choices. Our next objective is to deepen our gains in the pursuit of enduring and inclusive prosperity. Mr. Chairman, distinguished members, our 2025 budget implementation faced the reality of a transition and competing execution demands. As of the third quarter, 18.6 trillion naira in revenue, representing 61% of our target. That's poor. And 24.66 trillion naira in expenditure, representing 60% of our target. Following the extension of the 2024 capital budget execution, the December 2025, a total of 2.23 trillion naira was released for implementation of the 2024 project as of June 2025. While physical challenges persisted, the government met its key obligations. All key obligations are met. However, only 3.10 trillion naira, about 17% of 2025 capital budget, was released as of the third quarter, reflecting the emphasis on completing priority projects. All the 2024 capital projects during the transition period. Let me be clear. 2026 will be a year of stronger discipline in budget execution. To the Honorable Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, the Honorable Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, the Accountant General of the Federation, and the Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation to ensure that the 2026 budget is implemented strictly in line with appropriated details and timelines. We expect improved revenue performance through the new year. The new National Tax Act and the ongoing reform in the oil and gas sector. Reform designed not merely to raise revenue, but to drive transparency, efficiency, fairness, and long-term value in our physical architecture. I've also provided clear and direct guidance regarding government-owned enterprises. Heads of all agencies have been directed to meet their assigned revenue targets. To support this, we will deploy end-to-end digitization of revenue mobilization. Standardized e-collections, interoperable payment rails, automated reconciliation, data-driven risk profiling, and real-time performance dashboard. So leakages are sealed, compliance is verifiable, and remittances are prompt. These targets will form core components of performance, evaluation, and institutional scorecards. Nigeria can no longer afford leakages, inefficiencies, or underperformance in strategic agencies. Every institution must play its part and play it effectively. We will show no mercy. We will usher in a new era of criminal justice. We will show no mercy, I repeat, to those who commit or support acts of terrorism, banditry, kidnapping for ransom, and other violent crimes. Our administration is resetting the national security architecture and establishing a new national counterterrorism doctrine, a holistic redesign anchored on unified command, intelligence gathering, community stability, and counterinsurgency. This doctrine will fundamentally change how we confront terrorism and other violent crimes. Under this new architecture, any armed group or gun-wielding non-state actors operating outside the state authority will be regarded as terrorists. Bandits, militia, armed gangs, armed robbers, violent cults, forest-based armed groups, and foreign-linked mercenaries will all be targeted. We will go after all those who perpetrated violence for political or sectarian ends, along with those who finance and facilitate their evil schemes. Dear honorable members, distinguished senators, members of the National Assembly, and fellow Nigerians, the 2026 budget is not a budget of promises. It is a budget of consolidation, renewed resilience, shared prosperity, and it is built on reform of the past 2.5 years. It addresses the emerging challenges and sets a clear path towards a more secure, more competitive, more equitable, and more hopeful Nigeria. I commend the people of this country for their understanding, resilience, and my administration remains committed to easing the burdens of the transition to a more stable, prosperous nation. We promise to make sure that the benefits of the reform reach households and communities across the Federation.
President, security is not only a constitutional responsibility, it is the essential foundation of development. Security underpins food production, price stability, investment confidence, and social cohesion. Your administration's national emergency posture on security reflects clarity of purpose and decisiveness of leadership. It is backed by concrete commitments, including expanded recruitment into the security services, enhanced training capacity, improved welfare, redeployment to priority theaters, strengthened forest and territorial security, and improved intelligence coordination. The 2026 budget reflects this prioritization, and rightly so. When properly funded, well coordinated, and transparently implemented, security expenditure is not just a cost, it is an investment in economic growth and development.